The Sisters of St. Francis in Hawaii have always been content to serve God and remain out of the limelight. That is how they are, humble, sacrificing, and always willing to put others first. St. Marianne Cope is an example of this humility and dedication to God. She was hungry to serve. Her sole motivation was to help those suffering from Hansen's disease. St. Francis Healthcare System is a ministry of the sisters. They started the healthcare ministry and invite others to be a part of this great work. Collectively and individually, they continue to be a light for Hawaii's people and the healthcare ministry. They are true treasures. Many became sisters because they had a strong calling and were influenced by the positive examples of the sisters before them.
The Franciscan sisters were in my background all my life. And my parents being Catholic at the time, they, they were all for it, of course, the nuns, the Franciscan nuns did no wrong. So I had wonderful Franciscan sisters all the way up, and wonderful principals at the same time, very helpful, very happy life. That was my joy, was school, because the farm was hard work.
Some of the sisters have been involved with ministries in other parts of the world, lived through tragedy and despair, and have returned back to Hawaii, bringing a depth of understanding in all they do for the St. Francis healthcare system.
I was 200 kilometers north of Lima then, at my new mission, and I had to come down for some work on paperwork that I had to do for the missions on the mountains. And I stopped in our mission in Chancay, which is 100 kilometers from Lima. And there, at that night that I was there, staying overnight, a young boy came and said, Father Vicente's dead. He's in the hospital morgue. Father Vicente Ondarza, he had been my pastor, and he was murdered. He was tortured at the beck and call of the landowners.
Other sisters remind us that all that we have achieved and all that we hope to accomplish are the result of our faith and trust in God.
I think this has always been my philosophy. You just say, Lord, this is your project, your institution, and your thing, and if you don't get it done, I can't get it done. And so, I don't know, it's just instinctive. It's going to get done. It's the faith and the risk concept that sisters have, because that's who we are. You know, we take the risk and we don't think about, are we or aren't we going to get it done? We know we're going to get it done.
They remind us they go through the same challenges as everyone else, but continue to press forward, knowing that everything will work out in God's timing.
My mom died last year, and that was a very hard year because not only did my mom die, my ministry out at West, I was traveling every day to the West to do ministry. The facility was going to close in September, and then come September, my whole ministry of driving out to visit people, I put 150,000 miles on in my car to do that over the few years that I've been on hospice. That was a very great loss, and I almost lost it, but because of the good Lord and His help, and always seeking prayer and, Lord, what are you telling me, has really helped. So now I have the IPU. For 2 weeks I had no ministry at all, and it was horrible. I am very fortunate that I'm here being able to do the ministry that I do.
The sisters are also our cheerleaders, reaffirming that St. Marianne would be very pleased with the direction of St. Francis healthcare system today.
You know, when I see those big full-page ads about caring for most of the seniors mostly and all of that, and all of the services, hospice and the bathing and the residential and this new Kapuna village and all of that, I think Mother Marianne, St. Marianne is more than happy.
Most important of all, the sisters keep us grounded, reminding us what is most important in our lives and our healthcare ministry.
To love all those I work with, to share what God-given talents He's given me, and to serve them in whatever capacity is needed. To me, that's so important. And that's been all my life, to love, to share, to work and love and share.
The presence and involvement of the Sisters of St. Francis continue to make a positive difference for St. Francis healthcare system and our community. It is our privilege to celebrate their legacy of caring and compassion and to work alongside them to create healthy communities. Mahalo to all of the Sisters of St. Francis in Hawaii. You are our treasures.